You ever wondered this? Like, let's be honest. Why is it that your wife never says thank you for how hard you work? Like, you work hard. You do it for the family. How come she never says thank you? How come your husband never notices anything good you do? He comes home from a business trip and notices all the wrong you did, but he never notices anything good you did. How come your parent, your father, your mother was never able to say, hey, I'm proud of you. You did good. How come? How come my boss only stops by my desk when he's got something negative to say? Like, I do, and I know he appreciates it. How come he never stops by unless it's a complaint? We've all wondered what it's like. Well, we all wondered why they wouldn't do that. And we realize that every single one of us wants to feel appreciated at some point. Every wife, husbands, every wife wants to be told she's beautiful. Wives, every husband wants to hear that he's admired. Parents, every child wants to hear that you're proud of them. Children, every parent wants to hear that you appreciate them. Everyone wants to hear. It's a universal rule. So why is it that something that we know everyone needs and we need it is so hard to give? Especially because it costs us nothing. It costs nothing to say thank you. I appreciate you. Why is it that it's so hard for us to do? That's what I want to dig in here today. And I think the answer might be a little bit deeper than we're willing to admit. That there may be something under the surface right here that we're going to dig into, and I'm going to give you 4 reasons why you may not be inclined to be as appreciative, grateful, and praising, and why sometimes even the thought of it in that relationship makes you a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm going to offer out to you that every one of these 4 reasons, okay, we'll talk about what it is and how we kind of solve it, but denotes something not good inside of us that we don't like to admit, but we need to address because we need this area to be clean, to be blessed by God. So 4 reasons, 4 things that we would say, I don't want to offer praise to this person in whatever relationship it may be. And I'll give you 4, and you see which one fits you. Number 1, but that's what they're supposed to do. We've all said this one, right? Why should I thank him for what he's supposed to do? Thank him for going to work? We'd go to work. It's his job to go to work. Thank her for cooking for the kids. That's what her job is to do, for cooking for the kids. Thank my mom for doing my laundry. That's her job. Yeah, you're 26. It's not necessarily her job, but okay. Why would I thank someone for doing what they're supposed to do? Sometimes I'll mention this to a couple that's going through a situation to thank. And they act as if I say thank you for that, or you should offer appreciation for that, as if I'm asking to donate a kidney. Okay? Is that painful? Okay, why should I and he should be motivated, and I work hard and he work hard and she work hard, everyone. Why is it that the simplest form of praise, thank you, is often the hardest? I'm going to ask you this question, and you answer. When was the last time you thanked that person, whatever relationship it is, okay? Spouse, child, parent, coworker, neighbor, uncle, cousin, whatever it may be. When was the last time you appreciated that person, even for something not out of the ordinary? When was the last time you thanked your son for unloading the dishwasher? We know it's his job. When was the last time you just said, thank you, I appreciate you unloading the dishwasher? When was the last time that you thanked your husband or your wife just for doing, going to work and dealing with their difficult, annoying boss and doing it for the sake of the family? When was the last time you told your boss, that you appreciate working for him, not working for that guy? Like, when was the last time that you just offered somebody praise? Or if you are the boss, when was the last time that you offered to one of your direct reports a little bit of praise and said, you know what? I'm glad that you work for me and that you work in my division. Why should I thank them for doing their job? Here's the answer. Because you're smart. And I'm going to tell you a secret, and don't tell this to the person that you're doing the thing for. Okay? And hopefully they're not in this room, but if they are, whatever. I just told them for you. You're smart, and you realize what I'm about to say is the most true thing that you've heard all day. And that is this. The easiest way to encourage a particular behavior is to reward it. The easiest way to encourage a particular behavior is to reward it. You want your mom not to pry into your business and be all up in your stuff? Then the next time she isn't, tell her how much you appreciated it. You want that person who's in your family who's difficult to tone it down at the dinner table? Then the next time they're calm, tell them how great they did. You want someone in your office to come to your meetings on time? Thank them and notice them when they do. Ladies, I'm going to tell you, I shouldn't tell you, I know husbands, like I'm breaking the code right here, but I have to be honest here. Ladies, you want to get your husband to do anything around, you want him to clean the garage, you want him to take out, like you want him to do anything, reward him when he does it. Treat him like a little puppy. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Give him a little treat, okay? And you need to know what flavor of treat is his best, okay? Reward him, make a big deal when he does it, and that's the easiest way to encourage any behavior is simply to reward it. The principle is, and you've probably heard this before, is what gets rewarded gets repeated. Thank you. I appreciate you. I value you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Job well done. You're the best. You're the MVP of the year, the most valuable priest. I voted for you, MVP, okay? Like, these are things that we all like to hear and we all need to hear every now and then because it's the easiest way to encourage a behavior. Dale Carnegie, who's a very smart man, wrote lots of good books, said, people will rarely work at their maximum potential under criticism, but honest appreciation brings out their best. If the easiest way to encourage a behavior is to reward it, what's the easiest way to discourage a behavior? To ignore it. To criticize. To ignore the good efforts is the easiest way to tell someone, this doesn't matter, and you never ever need to do this ever again. If we're honest, one of the reasons why we don't like to say thank you to a person is we kind of feel like they owe me. They should do this. They have to. And a lot of times, you're right. That person, they do. They have to do it. But you have in your power the ability to turn have to into want to. You have the ability to turn a task that they have to into a task that they want to. You're a parent, you have a teenage child. You have an opportunity with your praise and affirmation to turn a chore, which is tedious and nobody wants to do it, and you have a chance to turn from that tedious chore into a self-esteem booster for your teenager by saying, you know what, you're good at this. And you have an opportunity to turn something that he hates and is grudging and is bitter into something that he says, you know what, I feel good about myself when I do this because of your praise and affirmation. You in the office, again, you're the boss, you have people who work for you, they're overworked, they're tired, they break their backs for you. You have an opportunity to turn that overworked employee of yours into a very motivated one by simply saying, well done. We accomplished our company mission thanks to you. Those little words, that little appreciation can turn have to into want to, and you can control that. So that's number one. They're supposed to, okay, do it, and we said the easiest way to encourage what I want is to reward it. The second reason why sometimes we don't like to encourage, we don't like to affirm, but I don't want to affirm that person because that person is hurting me. That person is messing up my life. Now, caveat before I go on right here. When I talk about hurting, I'm not talking about malicious hurting. I'm not talking about someone who's trying to abuse you or trying to sincerely hurt you or hurt your family. That's a different category, okay? That's not a kindness challenge thing. Sometimes that's a call the police thing, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about hurting me. I'm talking about the incompetent guy in the office that because of his mistake, we all got to work overtime. Or I'm talking about my husband or my wife who doesn't seem to realize that when the trash can goes to here and there's this much trash, something needs to be done about it. Okay? I'm talking about that person is hurting me. That difficult family member who's just annoying or difficult. That's the kind of hurt I'm talking about. Said another way, I'm talking about the relationship where you're willing to say, I won't do anything negative, but I will not praise this person. Like, I'll go no negative. I'll stop complaining. I won't try to hurt this person or complain, or I won't be bitter. But I'm not going to praise this person. Not after what they've done, not after what they're doing. Nothing praiseworthy. I can't see anything good inside this person. That's who I'm talking about. And to you, I say Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit.